about it, just imagine. You have a place, you dig a place, and the sand is what you use, and wash. So we have rod that we lay on it, and then after washing, you get it go out.
Okay, this is the item they use to wash. This is the one that can catch the gold. This one. Okay, this one we call it sugar hay. Here is the place they can put the sand and wash it. Then it gets on the raw. This is the one that they call raw. The gold now. That the gold stitching like the yellow one. That is the gold. From that black sand, then they will wash it and burn it. After burn it, then they have scale. Now in that scale, they will put that yellow one. Then it will come up with 1 pennyweight, 12 green, 3 green, 2 green. So how many green there?
13 green now.
I'm from Bombing County.
Bombing?
Yeah.
So are you ready to go?
I'm ready anytime.
Because we are taking you now, today and tomorrow. We want to take you home.
How will I go home? How am I going?
We will give you free ride from here all the way to Bombing. Where you from?
With the free ride solve my problem, I and my family to where the country is still like this. We never had election. How do I make life? That's why I'm looking at one of the points.
I said good morning to you all. Okay. What we are doing into this park is illegal. It's against the Liberian law. It is now time for us to leave the park. It is time for us to save the Sapo National Park. I'm sure it would be wise we leave the park for our brothers, sisters to have better free movement tomorrow and also facility. I think it will be necessary for us. This is New Liberia. The animals are well protected for our beneficial. The animals and the resources within this park is our beneficial. So we have to keep them safely. But we destroying them is illegal. It's very dangerous to our health. It will push us backward. Okay. If these activities having to go on continuously within the park, within the 5-year period, there will be no facility returning to the park in Liberia here. So I assure we all should be united and cooperative with the United Nations community and with the FDA in Liberia to work along with them. I should be necessary for us.
Very difficult, but I can assure you that we're succeeding. It's not all over here. There are some hostile people stay in the park that are refusing to go, but that will be handled by the FDA, again with the backing of Conservation International, where there are some high points and we succeeded. Because like you feel, it's been difficult. We came here initially and this guy refused to cooperate. Or may provide other logistics, they refused to cooperate. But they had to be forced. And now we are on course. You see one of the trucks is leaving for Zwedru. The other one is going to be leaving for Greenville, and is also providing one of its boats that will be taking the evacuees to Monrovia.
Around the world, where civil war is, half of the civil wars are in countries that went through a peace process and are now back again at war. Often because combatants have been able to get money from the exploitation of natural resources. So the Security Council, that's why they imposed sanctions on Liberia, to try and prevent bad actors from getting money to resume conflict. And so that's also why it's so important that the Liberians have control over the forest. And so Sapo is a good example of a situation where conflict was potentially there because the ex-combatants were getting money from the gold mining and the bushmeat hunting. And yet we saw a very successful dealing solution in a very peaceful way, which is also important.
And I hope that'll be a model for similar exercises that we may need to undertake in other parts of the country where illegal mining or quarrying or other exploitation of the natural environment is seriously jeopardizing the environmental biodiversity of this country. And I suspect there will be other areas that need this kind of special help. Sadly, those who are involved are among the poorest in this country. Some of them are ex-combatants. They're looking for a way to make a living. So I think we have to work with partners such as Conservation International to find alternatives. It isn't just a matter of evicting them. We could do that, but it's also making sure that they don't come back. And to ensure that, we have to provide, work with them to find alternatives. And in particular, some form of gainful economic activity that isn't of an exploitative nature.
The evacuation was conducted in August 2005 by the National Transitional Government of Liberia, UNMIL, Conservation International, and the Sustainable Development Institute. The work of Conservation International was funded by the American government as part of Liberia's Forest Initiative, a multi-donor mechanism of the forest sector reform, whose members include the World Bank, the European Commission, and the United Nations.
Yo,